citizens of YouTube, and well met. I am the Journeyman, and I welcome you once again into my home. Firstly, I should like to give a great thanks to the many viewers of my previous video with regards to the subject of online anonymity, and a special thanks to those of you who chose to comment on this particular subject. You have my greatest thanks for your inspired and thoughtful commentary. Today's subject that I should like to speak to, once again, relates to and regards to the internet, online activity, specifically dealing with socialization. We human beings are social creatures. It is in our nature to converse with, to chum around, to engage in group activities and conversations with multiple other individuals. When we are forced into an extended period of loneliness, the human mind has a way of becoming rather strange. I know. Ironic that an individual wearing a mask such as this should say something about people being strange. I understand it's probably a little amusing. It's a giggle out of some people, and I wouldn't blame you in the slightest. But, onward. Human beings are social creatures, and the advent of the internet has allowed us to engage in social interaction and relations with individuals with whom we might never otherwise have the opportunity to converse and to spend our time, to exchange thoughts and ideas and opinions. Now, from my observations, and these are only personal observations, I welcome dissenting opinion, and I welcome discussion on the matter. So please, do not hesitate in the slightest to tell me that you think I'm wrong. I welcome all conversation, particularly if it is of a different viewpoint. I might learn something, and I do ever so enjoy learning. From my observations, personally, there seem to be three types of individual users of the internet with regards to social interaction. There is, firstly, your heavy user, the individual who spends the majority of their time on the internet socializing and interacting with other individuals, engaging in conversations, debates, performing reviews on products and movies and what have you. People who they utilize such systems as MySpace and Facebook and Skype, YouTube and Blog TV, of which I am now a member, though I fear I shan't be broadcasting. I'll be partaking of other individual shows. You see, my voice does not carry well, and I fear that a live broadcast would give people an overt opportunity to take more time to look into who they believe I might actually be behind this mask, and I try to minimize that risk. Sorry, a bit of a tangent there. Anyway, these heavy users of online socialization, the majority of their friends are contacts on the internet, people whom they speak with when they are engaged on the computer. These individuals may or may not have a lot of in-real-life socialization. I myself am relying heavily on the internet for my social interaction as a result of not knowing too many people socially in my real life. I'm a bit of a loner in my physical environment. I'm not ashamed to admit to that. A large portion of the reasoning behind this is because I'm rather shy and I don't feel I belong here, really. Being a transplant is not easy. Then you have your medium users, individuals who have a fair balance of real-life social interactions and online social interactions. They engage in Facebook conversations and have large friends lists, and they utilize Twitter or some other such medium of just giving people a little indication of how they're doing, what their engaged in doing at the time. They might have Skype, they might not. They may engage in instant messaging via something like AOL Instant Messenger or Yahoo Messenger or Windows Live Messenger, what have you. But the majority of their conversations are with people in the room, in their physical environment. But they still enjoy online interaction and engage in it to a moderate degree. These individuals might have YouTube accounts or Blog TV accounts, putting out one video every few weeks or once a month, something along those lines. They are moderate users. They do not rely heavily on the internet for their social interaction. And then, lastly, you have your light users. Individuals who utilize the internet not so much for socialization as playing games, checking news feeds and current trends, looking up information for research. Individuals who, they don't have Skype. They probably don't have a YouTube account of their own. They may use Facebook on occasion, just in order to keep in touch and keep in contact with family and long-time friends that they haven't spoken with in years. These individuals do not utilize the internet as a primary means, or even as a secondary means, of socializing with their fellow man. The majority of their relationships of an interpersonal nature are immediate and in their physical environment. The question I would pose, which should be relatively obvious, is where do you find yourself with regards to these categorizations? Furthermore, do you believe I may have missed a category of user? If so, what category? And, well, if, as I said before, if there are any dissenting opinions, or if you feel I've missed something or overlooked something, please, by all means, I welcome you to correct me or give me a different perspective to analyze and consider. Where do you fall in? Heavy user, moderate user, light user, and furthermore, where might I be wrong on these observations? That's all I have for you for now, ladies and gentlemen. I should like to thank you once again for joining me and taking the time to listen to this ramble. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Journeyman, and I hope this finds you well.